The patch 2.7 special program just ended, and here's a quick summary. Firstly, 2 new characters coming out. First character is Yelan, who is a Hydro Bow DPS support character who's going to play extremely similar to Xingqiu. Their elemental bursts work the exact same, but potentially more value with Yelan because she's a 5-star character with a unique 5-star bow that works specifically for her, but that is to be determined. More info when she releases. And second character is Kuki Shinobu, who is an Electro sword healer support hybrid thing. It's kind of hard to kind of describe her. She does healing, but not really that well. She kind of does support, but not really that well because she's Electro. But overall value of this character also to be determined when she releases. I'll have guide videos on both characters up on the launch of 2.7. And this is the order of the banners in the patch. Phase 1, you've got Yelan and Xiao with presumably their weapons on the weapon banner, Yelan Signature and Xiao's Jade Primordial Spear. And in the second phase, we've got Arataki, Ito, and Kuki Shinobu on his banner, presumably with their weapons on the weapon banner as well. 2 new quests. The most important one, we've got an Archon quest coming to us, but at the same time we are also getting a Yelan quest as well as a Kuki Shinobu Hangout event, so be wary of those. Now going on to the events in no specific order, the first event is the Perilous Trail, which is going to be a combat event similar to kind of gameplay like the Spiral Abyss. You go into an area and kill some enemies, but after each round there's going to be some weird thing that happens. For example, you finish a round and 2 characters from your team can't be used anymore until maybe a further round, and weird things like that. So make sure to build up a fair few characters to use and have good value in, but don't worry, there will be also some trial characters that you can use if you don't have a lot built up. Also, you should know from this event you can get a unique 4-star bow, the Twilight Swirl, which is an energy recharge bow, to be determined if it's good, but probably not. Second event is a Muddy Bazaar Adventure, which is another combat event, but not really anything new. You're just fighting enemies in the chasm and walking through the chasm, experiencing the chasm again, and killing enemies. And I don't really know what the fuck this event is, to be quite frank with you guys. It's just that you fight enemies in the chasm again whilst you defend things. I don't know. The third event, on the other hand, is something actually really good. The Arataki, the event name is Too Long Drumming Event, is another rhythm event, much like the previous rhythm events. You play an instrument for the actual gameplay, but this time it's drumming. You have to press 6 different notes in different intervals and different rhythms and achieve a high score on different songs. But the cool thing about this is that if you maybe don't like the pre-made songs, you can actually make your own. There is a beat map creation system with this event, and assumably with the actual instrument that you can get from this event, which is actually a collectible. So I recommend everyone do this for the collectible, and then through that collectible you can make your own songs, share them with your friends, and play different tunes. The fourth and final event is going to be an interesting one, as the gameplay is going to be not that interesting, which is you just collect rocks from what we've seen, at least in the trailer, but the lore and kind of collectible implications are that you can collect resources to make into these little robot things that you can then put in your teapot, and this is all somehow connected to Fontaine in a sense, so this gives us a bit more lore on what Fontaine might look like and the kind of aesthetics of Fontaine. Now onto something a little bit more important, is some system changes. In patch 2.7, when you go into a domain, you will now get a little bit of a tooltip telling you what type of characters or playstyle you might want to use to make doing this domain a bit easier. And the second system update is actually a really useful one for early game players or just players who don't exactly know how to build characters, is that when you go to a specific character and a specific artifact slot, you will get a bit of a tooltip at the top of the screen that tells you what main stat players are running on this artifact slot for this character. And this is data that miHoYo collects from the actual player base, so this is all accurate, presumably. And this is going to help early game players build their characters to either the meta or a general standard. But weirdly enough, still no loadout system. What the fuck's the deal with that, eh? And that's pretty much everything for this special program summary. Thank you so much for watching, like, subscribe, and all that good shit. And remember, use the codes that are down in the description. Claim them really quickly because they expire 12 hours or so after this video comes out, so use them quickly. Catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.